hello, and welcome to the village. Welcome, everyone. I'm your girl, Dr. Roz, CEO and founder of the Village Leadership Group, LLC. That's right, we're back. We're going live. It is Tuesday at 6 p.m. That means that we're going live. And we are coming together as a professional learning community to share, to encourage, to motivate, to inspire teacher leaders and educators. Why? Because that's what we do. That's what we do, right? Teachers lean on each other. We inspire, we motivate, we help uplift each other. So that's what we do within the village, right? Because it takes a village to build strong leaders, teachers, schools, and communities. So again, welcome to the village. I want to shout out all of the teachers who are on spring break. It's spring break for us in the DMV area, so I'm excited. So shout out to all of you guys. I hope you guys are relaxing, getting some rest, and put down all of that work, turn off the computer, unplug, and let's celebrate and enjoy our spring break. Now, for all your assistant principals, it's Assistant Principal Week. So we want to honor and salute all of our school leaders. Thank you so much for all that you do. I'm an assistant principal, so hey, I have to enjoy and celebrate Assistant Principal Week for myself. So we are going to get right to it. Today's live is all about leadership. That's right. If you caught this weekend's podcast with Principal Kafele, your girl was a guest on Principal Kafele's live on Saturday, and I was joined by a wonderful leader, fellow educator, Tracy Oliver, and she's here, the CEO and founder of Go Lead, and she's doing amazing things, uniting women leaders to empower each other, to level up, and to what? Go lead. So she's here with her team. They're having an awesome conference. Their first annual conference is happening now, this week, and we're so excited. We want to hear all about the amazing things that they are doing in Florida. I know what y'all thinking. Florida? Yes, Florida. So even in Florida, women are uniting to push back all of that craziness that we hear about Florida, right? They are doing something about it, right? So we're going to talk about it. So help me welcome my guest, Tracy Oliver and her team. Go Lead. Woo! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, Tracy. How are you?
I am well. Thank you so much, Dr. Ross, for having us on your show. We're so excited. It was such an honor. We met last Saturday. It was an event. I had a friend that I hadn't met yet, and so immediately, hey, I want you to be my friend because I think you're a friend. You have a lot of great things to offer, and you're doing such great work, and I absolutely am excited about our new partnership.
Awesome, awesome. So do me a favor, Tracy. I'm not sure if I can hear you good, but make sure you introduce your team to us and tell us, give us some encouragement as well as you introduce your team as well.
Oh, absolutely. I have a great team of practitioners, and I have two that are on our team right now. Tracy Jackson, she is the principal of Wellness Valley County, and we have a teacher author, Miss Fatika Cave, and she is also an exceptional team member. And so we are all here. We've been together all day. We've worked diligently to get the conference up and running. And so tomorrow will be our first debut. And we are really excited about the information that we will share. We have great speakers. We have a couple of superintendents that are speaking. And it's going to be a fantabulous time of learning, collaboration, and growth. So I'm going to let my team say something that's all about the company.
Good evening. My name is Dr. Tracy Jackson. I'm from Broward County Public Schools. I'm so delighted to be a part of Gold. When this group of women met last year, no one said anything, but it was just wanted to get all of the women that we could possibly get into the room to bring forth all of the energy and the expertise, the knowledge, and the skill sets to bring forward so that we can empower one another and take some best practices back to our district.
I'm having a hard time hearing you guys. So, Author Patika, if you can introduce yourself and give us some, some insight on the Go Lead conference.
Hi, I am Patika Cave, and I am a teacher in Duval County's public schools. And I also am an educator. I've been with Miss Oliver for several years now. I've known her. And when she brought to me the vision of Go Lead, I said, absolutely, I must be there. This is a phenomenal thing you are doing. And I am 100% invested in making sure I can contribute any way possible. And so just hearing what her passion is and what she's trying to do with this organization is what made me come. And so we have a wonderful panel of speakers that are going to be sharing all kinds of insights in things that leaders need to lead with confidence and to lead their people effectively. And so I'm proud to be able to bring my children's books here because we want to talk about the social emotional learning of
Yeah.
children. We talk about the academics, but we also want to make sure we deal with the whole child. And that also ties into my presentation on wellness and leadership. We have some awesome breakout sessions that people will absolutely walk away with feeling empowered, refreshed, and ready to get started on something new. And with the model of Go Lead, I know all of us that lead, even the presenters, we are going to leave ready to go lead as well. So I'm just super excited to be here.
Awesome, awesome. And you talk about, I want to stay with you for a second because you talk about social emotional learning in your book. So you got it now. You have to tell us a little bit about the book. You just can't just give us a little teaser, but tell us a little bit about your presentation that you're going to share in those books.
Okay. I didn't quite hear you, so I think you said you wanted to hear about the social learning,
Yes.
emotional learning that of my book. So actually, I've been an educator for 18 years, and I've taught everything from middle school to now I'm in an elementary school setting. And based on my personal experiences as a child, I wanted to empower parents with a tool to help children learn that they are enough. So growing up, I was 300 pounds in the sixth grade, and I ballooned to over 425 pounds at the age of 22. And everyone thought I had everything going for myself. I had a scholarship to college, great grades, decent, good friends, friend groups, but I wasn't happy. And I don't think my parents really knew how to help, how to dig into my brain to find out what was causing me so much trauma and self denying feelings. And so when I found out I was having my daughter, I wrote a poem to her because I didn't want her to suffer the way I did growing up. Luckily, I was able to lose almost 200 pounds on Weight Watchers, and I was able to win their 2006 Inspiring Stories of the Year award. And based on that experience, I wanted to make sure no child ever suffered the way that I did. So I wrote a poem to my daughter. Someone read the poem and they said, you have to make this a book. And I wrote the book, and then it was so well received in my city. They said, you have got to make one for boys because we often leave boys out of the conversation when we're talking about affirming children and making sure they know they are enough. And so I wrote the book for boys. And as a teacher, as an educator, I put discussion questions and all kinds of tools for parents to talk to their kids. And it's just been a whirlwind experience. And so as an educator, I wanted to teach children, parents, and trusted adults these things because we focus so much on the academics in the educational setting that we can't forget they are still kids. And with so much influence from social media and these things telling them that they aren't enough, we need to make sure that they know they are. So that's what my books aim to do. And we've been putting a dent in society, at least in our city,
Yes.
helping people become more aware of this need of children.
Awesome, awesome. That is wonderful. And this is just, for those of you who are joining in again, we are speaking with Tracy Oliver and her team from Go Lead. They're having their first annual conference in Florida. So if any of you guys are near Florida, if you can get there by train, bus, plane, you want to get here to this conference. This powerful speakers and presentations, just like what you just heard. These are critical issues that you guys are bringing to the table. So I commend you guys. So Tracy Oliver, I know I kind of already know this answer to this question, but why Go Lead? Why Go Lead? I heard you mention this before, but for those of folks who are just learning about Go Lead, why this this need for this conference? Why?
So there is absolutely a need
And can you
for
get closer to the mic? You're going in and out.
there's
It's still going in and out.
I'm sorry. Okay, let me get it to work. Is that a little better?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, yeah. So there is absolutely a need for Grow Lead. Actually, Go Lead originated from a gap in literature. I got one more chapter before I complete my dissertation. And so there were a ton of gaps that I discovered, but one of the gaps was a gap that women did not have an opportunity to demonstrate their skills and their abilities. And so, especially women who could possibly come from marginalized communities. And so, I'm sitting in this leadership conference, and as a matter of fact, I was probably sitting near this person. We didn't even know each other, but when we got out, it was just like a, a spark. We knew that we had to create a sanctioned space for people who are within our community. And so we partnered with another organization here in Florida for administrators, and the idea just continued to just grow. Even before we left, we had already started making plans to plan on creating a conference and an organization that will tailor to specifically the needs of women in leadership and tease it down even further to the narratives that we all face within our community. So that's how Goalie started. We are really excited. The dates are April the 4th through the 6th here in Orlando, Florida. We do have day registrations. If you would like to come, do not let price be a barrier. Just reach out to me with my email, golead22@gmail.com, and ask if you can come. And my team and I, we will absolutely work with you. And this is a place that you actually need to be. If you are a leading lady any place, and I believe that leaders are everywhere, everybody has influence and everybody has something to contribute. And so if you are interested in developing yourself, this is the place to do it with. And so we like again, we're so excited. We have a ton of breakout sessions. You see our author teacher, Miss Tave. You'll hear awesome information about combining wellness and leadership, which is so important for us in our community. We will have other speakers that will talk about how to manage stress and leadership. We will have others will talk about the importance of mentorship and having an advocate in your corner. Uh, So there's so many things that culturally and emotional pieces. We have another principal that will talk about how she brought the community in and absolutely revolutionized her school campus and culture. So this is the place. We have a workshop dealing with expiring leaders. If you want to be in administration, this workshop will actually give you tools to set you on your way. So we are excited about Go Lead. We are excited about the membership drive, which will open up April the 6th, and people will have an opportunity to become members. We have a ton of events that we will be scheduling throughout the year. And of course, our next conference is March the 30th through the 31st. back here in Orlando, Florida. So if you miss this one, make sure you get to next year conference 2024.
Oh wow, we already have plans for next year. All right, love it. I will be there next year.
Yeah.
Definitely. So I want to hear from you guys as well. Basically, what I'm hearing is that there's definitely a need, but why Florida? What are some issues that are unique to Florida as well? I want to hear from you.
Wow, that's a loaded question. Because we are,
Get
I
closer to the
think,
mic.
can you hear me?
A
I
little
said
bit more.
loaded question. Because we are going through so many
Up a
transitions.
little bit more. I can't hear you.
That's a loaded question because we're going through so many transitions here in Florida as it relates to education. But I think what's really important is that social emotional piece, because we are just coming out, the nation is coming from out of COVID, and we as women are nurturers by heart. And if we can find a way to build that resiliency amongst not only our students but ourselves, we can all continue to move forward. One of the things that I'm looking forward to in this conference is having the opportunity to receive best practices from my colleagues. I think that is so important because iron sharpens iron. And the more you are around people who have been there, done that, seen that, been that, then you're able to develop your own personal professional growth. And I think that's something that we should never stop doing. Sometimes we look at other leaders and we see, they think that they know everything that there is. But we know as women that things are forever changing and ever evolving. And so as leaders, we need to be equipped to handle how much of the involvement we can handle and be able to empower one another to do our jobs well because our children are our future. And if we don't take the time to hone the skills that we need in order to help them grow, then we are not doing a good service. We're doing a disservice to our future. And so I'm looking forward to Go Lead and sharing those best practices and building support systems too.
Right. I want you to know, stay right there. You're not off the hook yet.
Oh boy. Okay.
You said a mouthful, and I love it because that's what the village is all about. Getting that support and sharing best practices, and that's what people can look forward to when they're attending the conference. And I want to hear from you as well. Like, how big is that for a new leader, a new school leader, or a new teacher leader? How important is it for them to network and join, groups such as this and attend conferences? Why is that so important?
It's important because we have to recognize that no matter what level of leadership we're in, no matter how many years of leadership we have, we need support systems. Period, point blank. You cannot you cannot be a woman in leadership and not have a mentor. I think that's very detrimental to the field of education as a woman in leadership if we don't have and build those support systems. Being a woman in leadership can be very lonely. Research has shown us that, articles have indicated that. And so, what we have to understand is what can we do, or how can we go about empowering one another in order to be able to take on those challenges that we're facing with our children? Because today's children are very different from what I had when I was growing up. Very different.
Right,
And
right,
so we have to be able to uh, hone in on the skill sets that we need in order to help the village grow right now. We're standing on the shoulders of women who came before us. Now it's our time to have our shoulders strengthened for the next generation of leaders to come forth. And we have to know how to do that. So
right.
support systems and building those best practices truly matter.
Definitely, definitely. That's something. that again you have to be intentional about building those relationships and finding those mentors and seeking out support for yourself. If you can't find it in your school building or close by, you need to go lead conferences.
Yes.
Find your people, your village, your tribes, like-minded individuals who can again sharpen your tool belt and help you grow as a leader. So again, guys, we're talking to Tracy Oliver and her team of women leaders. They are joining forces to again bring on this awesome opportunity for women leaders to come together for a conference. Go lead. Again, thank you so much, Tracy Oliver, for this vision and for you to do this. But talk about a little bit more. I'm gonna just last thing I'm gonna pick on you. But you have all of these awesome speakers. I looked on the website, and you have just so many great speakers and leaders. So tell us a little bit about that. If I'm coming to the conference next year, what can I expect? What am I walking away with?
Just like Tracy shared out, she's actually moderating a panel of women leaders. And so she has a ton of research about the lonely walk of women leaders. And so even if you were in the room to experience that as a leader, there will be great takeaways of encouragement to know that you are not alone. And so one of the fundamental beliefs of Go Lead is that we are in it together and we're better together. My team knows that I say this all the time, that we're absolutely better together. And here's the really interesting point about this. We met as a team February 24th, 2023. That was on my birthday. We was at a leadership conference and we built this organization virtually. We hadn't seen each other in a whole year. So everybody that's on the executive team is from a different county or a different city or a different state. And to me, that's phenomenal within itself to be able to connect in such a way that we literally build an organization on the belief, on the premise that this is a need and we're here together to make one another better. As a matter of fact, I guess we got about three or four people that, maybe four people that are currently applying for superintendent positions. Now, that's the quality of people that Go Lead has um, drawn in. And so we are here, the ladies were talking about their application processes and all the different things that it got to do. And that's one of the things that GoLead will create is a superintendent, a pipeline to superintendency. And so we started those courses once soon, sometime this year. So that's one of the benefits of actually joining if you want to be a superintendent, if you want to be a district leader. You can also join our mentorship program that we will set in place. We will have, as a matter of fact, we're planning our next event, which is our back to school white brunch, to do a professional development summit just for a day, for a couple of hours, and bring us back together so that we can rejuvenize one another as we start another successful school year. So it's absolutely within your advantage to consider looking into our organization and becoming a member. Um, so it's just so much that GoLead has to offer now and down the future. We're just really excited about our ideas and our expansion, and then about our sisterhood, and that we don't have to see each other every day to make things happen. And so that's truly indicative of this conference. And I'm just very grateful to be around such talented individuals who are practitioners and have so many various superpowers until this all worked. And and here's the great thing, these ladies, I mean, this is just what they do, their side hustles. They have other businesses, they have other initiatives. I mean, many lead school systems and school campuses, and they're up in district office, and so they these ladies are really what I call the cat's meow or the bomb.com.
Exactly.
And I'm honored to even be around them to glean what they have to offer for me. So we really envision taking on even more initiatives as we continue to grow.
Awesome, awesome. So again, go lead. I love the name. So that's power right there. Go lead. So we are looking. I'm looking forward to what's next. For you guys and for joining. You already signed me up. So I'm part of the family. So I cannot wait to learn more, to do more, and to network and partner with you guys. So again, tell people what can they do right now to be a part of this movement.
So number one, registration is still open. There's still time to register. We do have day registrations, and I'll send you the. I think I sent you the website. So if
Okay.
you're able to post that for everybody,
Well.
go in and do a day registration and hang out with us on Wednesday, or you can hang out with us on Friday, on Thursday. So Wednesday we have a superintendent speaking, and then we have all of our awesome breakout sessions. And on Thursday, Dr. Tracy will lead a panel. Plus, we will have what else we'll have? We'll have what? Um, yeah, we have another closing speaker that's a superintendent, and then of course the panel session is going to be just amazing with the articles that Dr. Tracy and soon to be Dr. Erica Turner. So I'm gonna turn the camera so you can speak with her because she's a wonderful, excellent, fantabulous team member that you guys need to get to know.
Hi, I'm Erica.
Hello.
I'm excited to be here in Florida. I think I'm the only Lone Ranger here from North Carolina, so I'm an out of state baby. But I'm excited to be here and to join this conversation and to join this conference.
Awesome. So why did you decide to join?
Wow! So I met these ladies at another conference a couple of years ago. I was one of last year. Oh, last February. I'm sorry. I was one of the keynote speakers at that conference. And after the conference was over, we had an amazing time and we talked and we kept in contact. And so we've been meeting ever since. Tracy Oliver said she had a vision and God gave her that vision. I said, well, you got to go forth with the vision. And so I'm just happy to be a small part of it.
Awesome. So what will you be sharing with the conference? Are you presenting? What are your topics?
Yes, ma'am. My topic is on transformational leadership, and my topic is don't play the game, change the game. So it's not going. We can't do the status quo anymore, and we have to have courage to change the game. And it's time to change the game, and we have the power to do that. And so, but it takes courage to do that. And so we're hoping to empower these ladies that when they leave this conference, that they're ready to go out there and make changes and have the confidence to do that. I think it's important, especially for us as Black women, to reach back and mentor those that look like us and give them that encouragement and let them know that they can change. Just one day, one person at a time. They can do it. So I'm excited just to be a part of the movement.
Awesome. And you kind of you're speaking my language when you say go out there, make a difference, be the change, be relentless. And that's what we do. Too often as Black women, sometimes we don't want to be the stereotype. So we kind of quiet ourselves, we dim our own light. But that's why it's so powerful with this message about go lead, go out there and make a difference. So I love it. So thank you so much. All right. So Tracy, I don't want to take up all your time. I know guys have to prepare for the conference. So again, I put the links all in the comments. So we want to make sure that everyone has that information. Next year, if you guys want to be a speaker, if you want to be at the house, if you want to be a vendor, you want to reach out to these ladies to just be in the room for the Go Lead Women's Leadership Conference. And that will be next year. If you can't get there now, you want to go ahead and find out how you can sign up for the next event. They having a brunch, they having different meetups. They are doing things again to make sure that you guys feel supported. You have the skills and everything that you need to lead. So go lead.
Yeah, Dr. Ross, I would be remiss if I did not share our wonderful sponsors. May I?
Yes, go
We have
right
some great
ahead.
sponsors. We have Accoletics, which is a mathematical program, and is actually designed by African American male. And
Oh,
so he has poured into our company. We have Katie and Katie, which is a photography company. We have Chance Light, which is another company that helps support resources in the classroom. We have BookNook, we have SeatSec, we have Cognia, we have Ultimate Ed, we have Miss Tatika Taves business author. What's the name of you need to come on and tell the name of your book. She can't hear you. Come and say it.
look, put it in the chat so we can find out more information. Put the link in the chat.
She'll put the link in the chat. We have Ultimate Ed. So we have some really, really wonderful sponsors who have supported us and just come out in a big way, dropping significant contributions so that this conference could absolutely be successful. So I'm very excited. This is our first time out the gate, but we have really, I think, superseded our expectations with the people who have registered and with the presenters and with the sponsorship and with the participants, the whole 9 yards. So we are really looking forward for even bigger and better event, second annual conference next year.
Yes, definitely. Well, again, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule just to tell us a little bit more about your conference. And again, I salute you and everything that you're doing. Congratulations.
You thank you so much for having us. And when we get all our next year information, we will send it to you because we are looking for speakers for next year. Yay!
I'm already there. I'm already there.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Ross. I look forward to our continued partnership.
Definitely. All right. Well, again, guys, I hope you enjoyed that conversation and I hope you were inspired to go lead. Again, these are women coming together as leaders to inspire and to encourage one another. So, you know, I love that because that's what the village is all about. We're all about networking and sharing best practices within our professional learning community. Why? Because that's what we do. We have to come together to do this work because you can't do it all alone. You just heard it from these wonderful guests today that you have to come together, support other women leaders, and help build them up. So again, go lead Women's Leadership Conference. You want to be in the house and learn more about that conference. I love it. So again, you want to continue to follow the Village on Facebook and Instagram at the Village LG. Again, that's at the Village LG. And remember, teacher leadership is a mindset, not a position. See you next time.